Artificial intelligence is the shiny toy of the decade. We're all obsessing over it. But these nifty tools can be shady, sometimes answering questions in a racist and sexist manner. After all, AI is not to blame, but the creators are. Don't you agree that the developers should have considered the consequence before going crazy? Today we'll see how AI is being racist, if it's true, and what the future holds. This crazy obsession over AI tools, the emergence of ChatGPT, and now GPT-4, OpenAI's artificial intelligence platform that can chat to you like a person. Answering questions and writing a high school homework assignment are both witty diversions. It is a foreshadowing of how technology is changing the way we live in the world. While people are singing and praising ChatGPT systems, it has produced illogical, factually incorrect outputs, and has even been racist, sexist, and offensive. Not something we expected. Weren't people enough for dividing, neglecting, and labeling each other as inferior now? Even AI is also following in the same footsteps. ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence chatbot that can fool users into thinking they're speaking to a human, is the newest technology sweeping the internet. It is also the most recent example of the potential for bias in AI. ChatGPT, a generative pre-trained transformer, GPT, developed by the company OpenAI, is one application of a large language model. Massive amounts of text and data from the internet are fed into these models, which are then used to predict the most likely sequence of words in response to a prompt. ChatGPT can answer questions, explain complicated topics, and even assist in the creation of code, emails, and essays. Midjourney is also a machine learning program. It is like OpenAI's DALL-E and Stable Diffusion, which generate images from natural language descriptions called prompts. But here's the thing. When Midjourney was asked to visualize the top 20 highest-earning professions in the UK, you can probably guess how that went. 88% of the images were of men. Most of the time, they were presented with exaggerated masculine features. Meanwhile, women were only ever presented in stereotypical job roles. Even in professional situations, they were often sexualized with larger than anatomically feasible boobs, unbuttoned tops, and glossy pouting lips. Before we discover more about AI bias, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. AI is racist and sexist. Did you know that a chatbot once responded to the question, "Should I kill myself?" with, "Yes, you should kill yourself." This creepy incident happened to a New York Times journalist. This might seem funny, but it is an eye-opener for us that humans should not rely on AI technology for life advice. So if you go looking for life advice from AI, you might get some pretty bad answers. However, not just this, but it can give extremely bad financial advice. Especially since these chatbots are notorious, we are obliged to believe that's the right word, for disseminating false information. In fact, its creators, OpenAI, simply state, "This thing will make things up sometimes." You can easily get misinformation if you use it in certain high-stakes situations. Many algorithms that make decisions about our lives are causing growing concern. See for yourself. Why don't you try searching for an image of hands or babies on any of the major search engines? You'll probably get mostly white results. Johanna Burai, a graphic designer, founded the World Wide Web project in 2015 after browsing for an image of human hands and finding only white hands in the top photo results on Google. Is regulation happening? Getting rid of biased content from AI tools is not easy. Some believe the programmers behind all these platforms must program differently, but this is not the case. Because society ultimately must strive harder for equality, these tools demonstrate that employers have a significant role to play. Of course, the big tech companies must consider their role in developing ethical and inclusive tools that respect human rights. But will they? They currently recommend content that reflects not only the world's biases, but also the individual user's biases. This does not feel like the societal advancement we expect from the Autobots, who will one day rule over us. As for regulation, we need the government to be able to protect us from the worst of what AI can do. For example, discriminating against people of color on a scale or discriminating against women or people of a particular ethnicity or faith is becoming common. These things won't just vanish from the face of the earth, but they can be reduced. The US government is doing very little to address this issue. There has been speculation that various attorneys are looking for potentially discriminatory or biased AI. Recently, the state of California's Attorney General requested that all hospitals provide an inventory of where AI is being used. This is because it is widely known that a healthcare algorithm was being used that advised doctors and nurses to prioritize white patients over sicker black patients. Even ChatGPT, an interface for OpenAI's GPT-3 technology, presumably has filters to prevent the creation of content that violates the service's use policy. But when the wider picture is viewed, these filters don't really help much. So if you are wondering what these filters do, the answer is simple. When you enter "Write me a racist story," the bot politely informs you that it is not designed to generate offensive or harmful content. It also states that it is incapable of producing offensive or harmful content. What does the future look like? There are ways in which, even if it routinely or frequently produces discriminatory, biased outputs, that the possibility of increased awareness is an easier solution to help. No matter what, we cannot ignore the numerous potential benefits for businesses, citizens, and so on. AI has already become firmly entrenched in our lives. We just don't always notice it. But in reality, it's already taking off like wildfire. The question is, how many cases of harm or wrongdoing will there be? And how serious will these wrongs be? We don't know what will be released next year, the year that follows, or the year after. This is the reason AI is scaring people and raising serious concerns. Not only will there be more advanced generative AI, but there will also be new AI tools that do not exist yet. There is a great deal of uncertainty. We can see that AI is biased on many levels, even if the researchers claim that computers appear impartial and unbiased. Does this imply that we can make life or death choices? Or should we keep a safe distance from AI when it comes to decision-making? Let us know in the comments section right below. Hope you enjoyed watching the video and be sure to give us a like and subscribe.